Hey, Rob Vasquez, Capcom Bat
Got it.
Sports. What's good, man? We got Reggie, Easy, Barnett Jr., August 20th, Friday, August 20th. Get to run it back with Johnny Bedford. Get that W.
Yes,
What's
yes,
good?
yes. Not
What's,
much, man. Just been
yeah,
working, training, grinding, spending time with my family when I can. The fighter's life, a real fighter's life, anyway. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a real fighter, but
you think so?
I'm a very damn good one. So,
That's a hell of a paycheck. So I was to tell people is this. I noticed that what's different from the first fight to you? I mean, what's different?
ain't no way anybody getting in my head. Been there, done that. Let's learn. So, and I've grown. I have continued to grow in this sport and become a better fighter, change the game, and I bring something new to the table every time. You can't expect the same old Reggie. I'm educated hands for a reason because I'm continue to grow. I continue to innovate. I get better every time I go out there. I just beat a world champion.
Yeah, the yeah, and that right there's a beautiful thing, man, because I've seen the evolution. I've seen you grow. Um, sorry, I'm just someone was just wanted to do the interview as well. But one thing I noticed is that hold up. Okay, okay,
Evolve or die, pretty much. And I'm
yeah,
going to
it's
continue to
yeah,
evolve.
yeah,
My
the
time in the sport is long from over. And
yeah. See,
everybody chasing clout off my name now. Everybody trying to call me out. It's funny. I didn't really ever look at myself as being somebody you can chase clout off of. But it's all good. I appreciate it and I respect it. That just means that I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right track.
exactly. If you were nobody, if you weren't doing your thing, you're number one, right? It's number one for a reason. Most wins for now. So when they're talking about you, it's good.
Pound for pound, one of the best fighters in bare knuckle on the face of the earth right now. And there was a point in my life when I felt like absolutely nothing, that I didn't think I was going to be anything. So for me, it's inspiring to myself some days to look at the amount of support that
Yeah.
people have shown for me in my journey
Right.
and what I'm trying to build for myself. And it's motivating, keeps me pushing a little harder.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, what's more important to you in this fight? What's the most important thing to you in this fight? I mean, are you like thinking belts, the win, just get in there and just show another better version of myself? Like, what is it that
You
you're
know,
thinking?
show another better version of the best version of myself. Continue to prove to myself that I'm getting better, that I'm continuing to grow as a
So,
person. So not just as a fighter, but also as a human being. Your approach to how you go
yeah,
into a fight
yeah,
shows a lot
you,
about you as a person.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I think a lot of people who know you, people who know you, they can appreciate that and see the evolution of Reggie Barnett Jr.
And my purpose is so much bigger than just fighting. And I had to sit down and reevaluate some things in life. I talked to God a lot more than I did beforehand. He has a purpose for me. He kept me alive for a reason. He allowed me to make it to this status on this platform, not just for my own glory and magnification, but for his, so people know that the power that he has in this world, that he has over us. If you really feel it and believe it in your heart, then you can accomplish anything. If you're willing to work hard enough, dedicate yourself, and make some hard sacrifices on a daily basis. A daily basis, I have to make those hard sacrifices. That's what makes me a better person, not just inside the ring, but also outside the ring. For me, that's more important than anything else. Because before like I said, that I was so low in life sometimes that I couldn't even look at myself and tell myself I love myself. But I'm cool with the man in the mirror. When I wake up in the morning, I'm proud of him. I
And
appreciate him, and I know that he's doing the best that he can to the best of his ability, not just for himself, but for all the people around.
I think that just when the more that you know who you are, the more that this gets stronger, smarter, wiser, the better version you're going to become. Because I was speaking to a gentleman, Antonio McKee's son, won a Bellator featherweight championship the other day, and he was saying that when you know yourself, you become a better version, and there's a spiritual aspect of it, not just the physical, because you got to have it all.
It's
The
in here,
mental,
man.
it's in here. So
It's in here, man.
this in here and here,
And
here.
I was disconnected from that person, that aspect of my life for a good while. Even when I got sober, I was still connected to that. I was still searching and trying to find uh, an artist that I listened to all the time, and he said in one of his lyrics that um, I'm 20. Well, at the time, his age, and he was trying to figure out his purpose, but it was something that he should have already known by now, and it and I completely related to that.
Yeah, I know what you. Yeah,
So
okay.
so
But
when I can, oh God, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rob. Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. But I've seen that myself with you, that you do a lot of introspection. You self reflect. You try to find ways to always improve. In It's not just improving in the fight game.
No,
Improve as a
it's also
person.
as a person. We had a little altercation at BKFC 19, and I got into it with a few people, and I had to take a step outside of myself and look at the situation holistically, and I feel like I did the right thing when going back and apologizing for my part in it. And I don't. I'm not saying that I don't care, but at the end of the day, I felt better as a human being, and that's what mattered the most.
Yeah, to
I
be
felt
able to
better.
deal with it.
Um,
Mhm.
and I thought about it, and I was like, "Ha God, you was testing me. You was trying to see, if I was going to jump outside my character again." And I will be honest. For a second, I did. I had to
Mhm.
remove myself from the situation, and I really thought about it. It's like that's not who you are anymore. That's not who you want to be. Go
No.
apologize to that man. You know? So I did, and I felt better about myself. I felt better about the situation, and it helped me know that I've grown enough to the point where I can not only carry that over just in the life, but also in the ring with me. And that's an important part of this fight. Is when I got off the canvas in that first fight, I got up seeing red. Everything that I worked on, everything that I trained for 8 weeks just went out the window. I
Yeah.
needed that what is the word? I can't even think of the word, but I needed that to help me grow. And I always tell people that God doesn't ever give you what you want when you ask for something or pray for something, whatever. He gives you the ability to go out there and find it.
You need what, the adversity, the challenge, the just to sometimes
No, like I was talking with my wife the other day,
mhm.
and like when you ask God, oh God, give me the strength to da 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 da. No, He's not gonna give you the strength to do anything, but He's gonna give you a situation to help you develop the strength that you need for whatever you're going through. And we often don't realize those things. We don't. Well, I won't speak for other people. For myself, I often didn't really realize that those things were happening and taking place in my life to help me get to the levels that I wanted to be at so that I
Right.
could give back to other people and help
Yeah.
teach them those lessons.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the main thing is that you continue to grow, and that's evident. And some people can't step back and won't step back and be able to. They can, but don't want to step back see the error of their ways or show the growth by taking a certain stance on something. But that's always appreciated. But I don't think anyone questions. Well, they shouldn't question your ability, and because you walk it
My ability, my
and you talk
ability
it.
speaks for itself, and I try my best to walk in what I talk. Do I always do everything right? Cross every T, dot every I? No, I'm human. We and, and in this flesh, I'm not perfect at all, but I can, take moments and, like you said, introspective to step back and analyze situations, to observe things outside of myself, to view switch as I have it's been called in some places I've been, and reassess, and move forward in a better light. And that's what I'm going to do for this fight. I'm reloaded.
Right.
I'm 100% reloaded mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Somebody asked me, and they were like, well, "What's your quote for this fight?" There is no quote. I don't really have a quote. There is no emotions, only focus. That's it. Focus on the task at hand, because
Exactly.
there's a bigger purpose in it, and there's a bigger message. I'm showing people that you can recover from a hopeless state of mind and body. That if you're willing to work for some shit, you got to go out there and get it. Every day I get up and I go out there and get it, and I try to be a better version of myself. I'm not always, you know, great at it, but I try every day.
Right.
And that's the most important part, because some people get so stuck in in I guess the mud that they just wallow in it. They roll around in it. It becomes their comfort, and they never get better, and they have so much potential. They have so much more to give, not just to themselves but the people in the world around them. But because they're stuck wallowing in that mud, it never manifests itself. Fighting is just an aspect of who I am and what I do. Who I
Yeah.
am as a person is holds so much greater weight. I inspire people, um, to go out and chase their dreams, to work towards their goals. And when they send me those messages, that they're accomplishing what they wanted to do, thank you for, being honest about the things that you do right and the things that you do wrong. So that man, that means more to me than any belt could ever hold. My whole life has been about redemption, Robert. I'm gonna go out here and redeem myself with my fist on Johnny Bedford's face. I'm sorry that it has to be that way. And at the end of the fight, I'm gonna thank God and my Lord and Savior for bringing me to that point. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that's a great mindset. Let me It's something I was speaking with someone about, and it's a point that I want to bring up with people, not just specific to, but just in general. What does ego mean to you within this spectrum?
when when you talk about ego, they're talking about a man's, for me anyway, it's like his overwhelming emphasis of self.
That's fine.
That
That's
when you look at what ego is. And so somebody whose ego is just so projected that they feel like they're just better than everybody else and they can do no wrong and they're absolutely perfect and blah blah blah, whatever. I know some people like that. I fed into some BS like that. It made me come outside of myself for a little while and who and what I was trying to be. But God worked some things out to where I got a chance to learn from that and better myself. I'm not going into this fight with an ego. I'm not. I have no ill will. I have no lack of respect for my opponent. I don't look at him as less of a man than me or by any means necessary. I'm a better fighter, but if we put it on a level playing field, we're both fathers. He's a great father. I'm a great father. He's a good man. I'm a good man. So that's how you take ego out of it. But when somebody walks around and they feel like everything so much better than the next man, then there's no room. You don't allow room for growth in yourself.
Yep. Yep. Because you got to know how when
And I
to
was
keep that
like
in
that
check.
and I was like that for a while. To be honest, I was. I
Well,
was like that for a while. We call it walking around acting like your shit don't stink. Excuse my language.
yeah.
But ain't nobody on the face of this planet whose shit don't stink sometimes.
I'll tell you, man. It's it's been a pleasure to watch you evolve and to hear you, to be able to talk with you, and just not only hear the differences but see it because your behavior. I mean, you're a very you're a reachable person. You help a lot of people, and
I'm
that's
here. I'm here to help people. The
Mhm.
existence of humans is no, and I said that wrong. The essence of human existence is to help and help each other and build each other up, not tear each other down.
I
And
agree.
somebody's like, well, how can you go out there and beat somebody up and fight another man
Hmm.
and say you're trying to build people up and not?
Hmm.
I was like, well, hold on. First of all, we have made a solid agreement between each other that we're gonna train and prepare ourselves to the best of our abilities to come
Yeah.
out here and engage in combat. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna shake your hand and hug you because I still love you and accept you as a human being. And if there's any other facet of your life that you feel like you could help me or I could help you, I'm still down to do that.
Yeah.
And he didn't have an argument with me anymore. He's like, oh, you're just violent. You only, violent. I said, no. What I do is sport. There's a difference. When somebody pisses you off to the point where you just feel like you have to hit them or whatever, then that's violent. But when we've agreed that we're going to prepare ourselves
Yeah.
and meet
You
on an
working
even
toward that.
playing ground and use whatever skills we have, then it's not violence. It's sport. And like I said,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if that man turned around and said, "Hey man, can you help me with this?" Uh, damn right. If it's within my power, if it's within my being, then yeah, I'll help you. Even if you beat me up or I beat you up, it makes no difference.
Yeah. That's
And
because
that's what
I think it's you. You know what your why is. Why you're doing what you're doing. Your why is pretty solid, and it's been consistent and from then to now. Just it's the why. But I've saw another interview and I saw where it was brought up that where you say, if anyone is feeling a certain way or they're feeling down or they're feeling this way, whatever. And the first thing you throw out there, you said talk about your past, with alcoholism and stuff like that. And you said they need to come there to your gym.
come holler at me. Come sit down and talk. If we got to
So
stop training for, if somebody walks in that gym and they're crying or they're just, you could tell that they're not just right. We'll stop what we're doing and all of us will sit down and talk to them. What's up? What you got going on? How can we help you? And some people think that helping somebody is pulling out your wallet, but it's not, because you can't take money with you when you die. You can't.
that's a fact.
Uh,
That's a
and
fact.
no, I don't care, the richest person in the world, no amount of money could ever truly buy happiness. I know people who were well beyond wealthy, never ever wanted or needed for anything, but were absolutely miserable.
Yeah,
Peace. Peace
because
is what
the
I'm
why.
after. You know?
Yeah,
And if
the
I can
why.
help somebody else achieve peace, and do I have peace every day in my life? Absolutely not. We have situations that arise that we have to work through and push through, and you know, but that's life. But if you're not willing to take those steps, you're never ever going to get anywhere in any direction.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I want to let people know that I'm somebody who's here to help you and do that. Point you in the right direction, because there were people out there. Um, a good friend of mine, he just turned 55 years old a couple days ago, and I sent him a message. We don't really talk as much as we used to because I'm doing this whole fighting thing, and he's in a motor club and doing his life, and all that. And but I reminded him. I told him, I said, "Hey man, don't you ever forget that this success is partly because of you. That you took time out of your life to teach me lessons that I was going to need to use when I got further down the road in my life. And so I want to give that back to other people. They say it in the rooms of, and I learned it when I was still going to AA. And every now and then I might pop into a meeting if I just feel inclined. But we only keep what we have by giving it away. That's how we get better, whether it's with life or whether it's with teaching, fighting, whether it's anything. You got to use it. And in order to use it, you got to show somebody else the way in order to get better at using it.
Yeah, that's true. You get better when you're teaching, when you're learning, and because for you to like to be able
You're
to
still learning.
do that.
You're
That's
still
right.
learning. When I love teaching, and not just fighting. I love teaching about life. I have personal clients that I teach boxing, but I also, we sit down and we chop it up and we talk about life. Some are older than me, and I learn things from them, and they learn things from me. And some are younger than me, and I learn things from them. They learn things from me. Yeah. But in the midst of me teaching them, I'm getting taught, and I'm getting better at my craft and at what I do. It's like,
Mm.
oh, I have those moments. Those moments are the best ones. What we call them epiphanies. Yeah,
That's right.
that epiphany.
That's right. What? Okay. Well, okay. Before I go there, first of all, how's the camp? How's everything thus far? How's the
Camp is
weight and everything?
camp's great. We put on some extra weight. I'm trying to get a little bigger. I got a little bigger. I want to be even bigger than I am. I feel like that was one of the only disadvantages. If the only disadvantage I had in that fight, and I tell everybody, and I have no shame in joking about it. Um, I felt like Apollo Creed when he fought the Russian, when
Yeah,
me and
yeah.
Johnny fought the first time. I turned around and I looked across the ring and I was like, well, damn, how the hell did he get so big overnight? And I looked at my dad and I was like, all right, don't stop this. And we all saw what happened. I got put on my ass a few times, but I thank Johnny for showing the world how big my heart is. That no matter what you hit me with, you could not stop me from coming. So, and it's only grown bigger, and I'm still hungry. I'm hungry. If you start living in contentness, if you start living in complacency, it doesn't push you to grow or get any better. I will never be content. Never. I'm always looking to level up. And somebody was like, well, then you'll never be happy. There's a difference
That
between
has
being
done.
happy and
Yeah,
at peace and still being hungry and wanting to level up. Those are, in essence, two different things.
of course, of
I'm going to
course.
continue to level up in every aspect of my life as much as I can to the best of my ability. But at the end of it, I'm content. If they said tomorrow you're not going to fight anymore, it's all good. I got other things, other venues, other factors in my life that will allow me to still contribute not just to my life but the lives of the people around.
Right, right.
I'm enjoying this ride. I was telling somebody I came a long way. I'm cool waiting in line because I've came a long way from standing in the line just to take a piss or a shower. I don't know if other people know what that feels like,
Mm.
but it's not fun. So to to like when we go on trips and stuff, and I'm the dude. I don't care. I'm gonna get to the back of the line. I'll be the last one to get on the plane. No stress with me. My seat's already guaranteed.
Patient. Yeah, you're patient, and I think that comes with vision. That you know what you're gonna do, what you want to do. You know who Reggie. You know who Reggie is. You know who you are. So you know you don't have to go rushing and being chasing us. Chasing who?
I laugh at it. Like it's
There's
comical to me
nobody.
when you see people who are in such a rush to go nowhere.
Yeah, you miss. You know, you want
Rushing
to.
to go no. when you're
Yeah,
rushing to get nowhere, then you might miss a lesson or something
that's right,
valuable.
man. Let me tell you,
You
this
could have
just
picked.
like New York traffic around here. I'm telling you, we've been a rush to go nowhere. But like, where are you going, dude? Like for real. But it's the same way in life. You rushing so fast, man. Yo, what about what about just enjoying the scenery? They probably don't even know what's around them because they always say, "What's that? Oh, where is it?" Well, you drive through there every day. You don't see it. You know why you don't see it? 'Cause you're not enjoying yourself. You're too. But
Yeah,
you have a laid
I'm
back,
enjoying the
smooth.
ride.
You have a laid back, smooth character, man. Where you learn, you change, you switch it up. But that shows me your ability to learn and switch up things in your approach in the fight game and life and everything else. That adaptability and the fact that you can say, you know what, maybe I do need to change this to be better at this. That's what champions do. That's the mindset you have. Because
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Rob.
yeah,
That means a lot. I guess
thank
I
you. You're
remember at a
welcome.
time when I just, um, as they say now, or the young age, I was just in such a rush to get the bag that I missed all the other opportunities because my mind was just so focused on getting that bag. It's all right. The bag will come. It will. In the right bag, because sometimes the bag you're chasing ain't the one that's meant for you.
Yeah, man, there's something else in it too that you don't
That's
want.
what I mean.
Something
Exactly.
that
That's
comes
what
with
I
it.
mean.
So I don't want that.
You could be in such a rush to get that bag that you get there, you get it, and you open it up, and it ain't something that you really truly
No,
want.
it's a fucking freaking a shit bomb. The fuck? Excuse my language, man. But
Yeah.
you like, look, man. It's like in a fight. Now I got to switch this up. So when I'm sparring, so I don't get hit with this. I know when this, I could set this up by doing this, but it's like, damn, how many times, man? Slip a motherfucker, Jay. You got to be able to do something. Switch it up and learn. Be teachable. Be a person who can be taught because if you're not, the fight game is probably not for that person because the camps and everything else. It's not just it's a single man sport when you go in there, but it's a team preparation.
It's a
It's a
team
team sport,
preparation. It is, and
you know.
I'm fortunate enough that I have a multitude of people who care about me and love me, and I have a great team that brings a lot of knowledge from different factors of combat sport in itself. And when they're like, "Hey, Reg, that's not working. Maybe try this," I'm like, "All right, well, come on, let's see if we can apply it." And if it doesn't work for that situation, I don't just throw it away. I put it in my little tool belt, and if I need it, I pull it out and use it.
Yeah,
But most people, when they hear something they don't want to hear or they don't feel like that's going to work, they automatically shut it down, turn it away, or toss it to the side. That hole it goes in one ear and out the other. Nope, I keep everything. That's why I'm educated hands. I keep everything. I'm always on a quest. I'm always, on that. I have an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, and not just in combat sports, but in life in general. I'm going to
exactly.
continue to do that well past my fighting, well past my fighting, because
Um,
when I do, I'm able to give back to the people that are coming up behind me, and I'm also able to give back to the people who went before me.
that's what's up right there, man. That's what's up because it is about giving back. A lot of times when with the successes that come in life, and you recognize that, and some people they give
And
back,
throwing
but
money at
they
something
don't
is
quit.
not giving back, though. You know,
It's
throwing money at
a
it, or
mindset.
it's the mindset that is what really is giving back. That for me anyway.
Change,
I can't
change.
speak for everybody else. I can't speak, and I won't, act like I'm speaking for everybody else. I'm not super rich, but I ain't poor. I ain't super wealthy, but I ain't starving. My life is great. I have abundance. You know, I have abundance. I live in abundance. I just want to be able to share that abundance of everything that I have with other people. Because, like I said, I can't take it with me when I die, but I can leave an everlasting legacy on this earth. My coach asked me when we left for the tryout. He said, Why are we going to Philadelphia?" I was like, "So I can try out for bare knuckle." He's like, "No, no, that's not why we going to Philly, bro." I was like, "Well, you tell me what we going to Philly for?" And my coach Mike was like, he's like, "So you can be a legend and make a change in this world." And I was like, "That's what we're going to do. Let's go." And here we are.
Right.
And so
But you keep believing in yourself. Keep believing
I
in
am,
knowing.
there's not like egocentrically or to toot my own horn or anything like that, but there's nobody on the face of this earth like me. Nobody on the, and I was telling my coworker the other day, nobody can be me. Nobody can do what I do. Nobody can walk a mile in my shoes. And it's not because I'm special. It's just because I wanted to make myself that way so that I could show others that you don't need to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes.
You are
Give
special
them a
though.
guide to walk a better mile in their own shoes.
Yeah.
Walk
Oh
walk
yeah.
at a different stride, at a different step, at a different gait.
For sure. And be prepared for 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 the walk of life, for everything that comes at
Exactly.
you and everything that
Everything that comes at you. My
you know.
biggest opponent was myself. Johnny didn't even beat me up the first time worse than I beat myself up sometimes. So I'm
You
cool
know.
with it.
Yeah, and it's I think I see something different about you, man. But it's all coming from here, which is this and that. And I see success, more success. But as that success comes, the humility that comes with it. But young man, you have we love you out here, man. Let me tell you. And when we talk sometimes, I'm gonna go on and say, because people say, "Oh, it don't mean nothing to be real." You're one of the realest for a young man. For there's some older dudes that like that, but real and uh we talk sometimes. I
For
don't, you know what I'm saying, you
for a long time, I tried to be
you touch
so
people's heart,
many
brother.
different things, so many different things for
Yeah,
so many other people that led me down the wrong roads. Not that they led me down, but I just walked down the wrong ones because I was trying to, I guess, fit in, whatever you want to call it. And I got to the point where I'm just gonna be me. So one thing that I learned is that there's 7 billion plus people on this planet. One, not everybody gonna like everybody. Not everybody's gonna see eye to eye.
that's
Not
right.
everybody's gonna agree on everything.
Yeah.
It's not feasible. But if you're comfortable enough to go out there and just be you, it inspires other people to go out there and just be them.
Mm.
That's all you can ask.
I have another thing to ask you. What do you think?
We got like 10 more minutes. I ain't
Yeah,
trying to
I'm gonna
cut you
do.
off, but I
No,
just
I'm
want
gonna
to
do
get
this.
some rest.
I'm gonna do this quick. First of all, the ladies have been killing it. How you feel about that? With
I
the
love it.
female
I love
fighters?
to see it. I love to
Me
see it.
too.
I love to see it. I am.
Get it,
I'm.
man.
I don't think it should matter whether it's male or female. For me, it's good and great fighters.
Yeah.
You know, good
I call
fighters,
them.
great
Everyone is
fighters.
like I was an athlete. I always
Yep,
call since I
athlete.
was younger. I was an
The
athlete,
athlete.
so or fighter,
No,
athlete. So they would be like, "Oh,
no.
him."
I don't look in
I'd be
it.
like,
I
"No,
don't.
her." You know, so they would look at
Everybody
it like that.
looks at it as a man or a woman thing. I look at it as great fighters,
But
great
they
people, and they are out there killing it. And I
do.
love to see it. You know?
And
I love to see it.
now? How about the Blueface and those and the internet people, the YouTubers and Instagrammers fighting like that? What do you think about that?
It doesn't need to be intertwined with what we're doing. No, not so much. But at the same time, I give them the utmost respect because no matter who you are, it takes balls to get in there and put it all on the line. It does.
That's true.
To
That is
go
true.
mano a
That's true.
mano, to, to put aside your apprehensions, your
Yeah.
fears, your reservations, and about what could or may happen, and get
Yeah.
in there and just
Yeah.
do the best that you can.
Of course.
I watched I watched all six of them men do that. And you have to
Exactly.
respect that. If you don't
Exactly.
respect that, then you don't understand truly
Yeah.
what it is to be a
That's
combat sportsman.
exactly
So
because
from that,
they put it out there too. They put it all on the line too.
yeah, yeah. So from that retrospective, I
You gotta
respect
respect
them
them. Well, hell
I
yeah, you gotta
respect them
respect them.
wholeheartedly. Do I feel like they deserve the same platform as we do?
Well,
No, not necessarily.
well, they're not gonna put them up against you guys. I mean, come on now.
No, that'd be absolutely ludicrous.
It's craziness. You
I
know what I
feel
mean?
I could have
But
I could have beat up all six of them by myself at one time.
yeah,
So.
but
But there's a difference, though. I'm a trained athlete. I'm a trained
exactly,
fighter. Fighting is
exactly.
my
It's
life.
like
It's
we've
been my
been doing
life,
it.
my
A
entire life.
muscle memory, the muscle memory, your brain, everything just it's second nature. And then when you've been doing it so long, but I give them credit, and I think it did. It's kind of smart. It brings more eyes and
Yes,
more
yes.
attention.
If you're talking from a building
Business,
standpoint, if you're talking
oh, of
from a
course.
business standpoint, then yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock Dave's hustle at
Hell
all.
no,
I'm
at
not
all.
gonna knock another man's hustle
Can't.
unless you are directly coming over and just like, you know, intentionally harming other people to get, you know,
Yeah, because yeah,
then
but
then
I don't think any of those guys are going to be calling out the main roster. I think that it's good for them to fight with each
that'd
other.
be absolutely, yeah, fight with each
Yeah,
other,
no, fight
and
with each
that's cool.
other. No, don't it's
Yeah.
and I respect it, but I got some people just be careful what you wish for.
My 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 biggest apprehension when that started, somebody else asked me, was that one of them was possibly going to detrimentally hurt each other. That is always my biggest fear.
But they had the
That was my
gloves. They had
biggest
the
fear.
gloves.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I could see initially I thought they was really fighting bare knuckle like us, and I was
No,
like,
no,
holy
I
shit.
was like,
And then I
yeah,
found out they had gloves and stuff, and
yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's cool. It's a boxing match, and it's
Mm,
16, so you know, these guys glorified sparring match, and that's
yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
Let's let them get in there and catch
That's
that
cool
wreck.
for
I don't
them.
have it,
That's cool for them.
because I've at times told guys, they've had beef with each other or altercations or whatever. Just come put the gloves on and y'all can scrap it out. And at the end of the day, y'all can shake hands and everybody can move forward with their lives. I'm not
Yeah,
opposed to that. I'd
yeah,
rather see that than
yeah.
people out there, you know,
Yeah, doing all that
suffering worse.
coward crazy stuff. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they don't
coward
want
crazy. Exactly.
to tuck in the ham and doing
Exactly.
all that stupid shit. But I'm the streets myself from
And I'm
years back,
grateful.
man.
Like I say, I'm grateful to God that He spared me with some of the bull crap that I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
yeah.
I
Well,
got in
yeah.
life, because I could have
Agreed.
lost my life or ended somebody else's life, and my life would have been over.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm always grateful for just his grace and His mercy, and allowing me not to just man, I I don't want to share the story on here, but I almost
I
did.
got you. Yeah.
And I remember when I went and woke my parents up and I told them, and at that point I thought my life was over, and like I said, thank God I
So,
didn't
all
kill
right.
him, and
Yeah.
and everything comes full circle,
Mm-mm.
and I look at it as of course a learning experience, but at the same time I look back and I was like, for what? Like all that crap that happened and transpired in that situation was for what?
Exactly. Exactly. If you think about it, like I was saying earlier today, ego. Sometimes are you and I'm gonna tell you, like I was, and I keep sharing this because it helps as well with me. Because sometimes you know what you're capable of doing. So physically, do you physically threaten? I mean, you could be if the person has a gun or knife, or or they're trying to get into some, your space. But is it that your ego is in danger? Your beliefs
Yeah,
is, oh, he
that's
said
what
this, he said this, so you don't tell me that because if you tell me that, I got to do this. And listen, you want to be a fool, you enjoy yourself. I'm gonna go
And the
home,
consequence, yeah,
and the
the
consequences
consequence.
thereof. You know, enjoy it, especially when you've been through that already. It's like, you know what, man, stupid is as stupid
Like I
does,
said,
man.
sometimes you got to step outside yourself and look at the picture, bigger picture, play the tape all the way through, and understand the purpose of, and then understand the purpose of the situation. What is the real message you're supposed to be getting from it?
And your shirt says what? It don't say
My
practice like
shirt
a
says,
fool. It doesn't say
nah,
practice
it says
like bozo. It says practice like a
just
what?
practice like a champ. Just
There you
practice
go.
like a champion.
And that's what
You
you
know, and
do
a champion is not just defined to having belts. It's not just
at
defined
all,
to having
at all, at
accolades
all,
or
at
whatever.
all, at all, at all. You know, because
If
sometimes,
you look at history, if you look at history, and then we're talking, you know, 12, 13, 14, their greatest champions weren't people who were walking around with, you know, straps or trophies or stuff like that. They were the people that were there to stand
yeah,
up for the people, to be for the people, to help advance the people. You know, and that's why I'm the people's champ, and that's why I practice like a champion in and outside of the ring.
in everything that you do.
Everything that I do.
Because when we speak and we spoke about certain things, the changes you constantly, like you would sit there, like you would think of sit there, well, yeah, okay, I could change that up. I could switch that up. That's the first, that's one of the things with wisdom. When a person is just bullheaded and wants to be you know, I'm right all the time. You know, I mean, if that you could be having a relationship, you know, with your wife, you could be right, but you might be eating some stale cornflakes. Which one is better? Be
You're
right or
absolutely right.
just
Yeah,
go,
or eating some stuff,
you know,
or
say, you know what?
sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, you
We're
want to
not always.
be, but you guys are great, and I love and I love your guys' story, man. And you're great. You're great together, but you get better and better and better. Yeah, and I'm glad, and I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh, I got good news. I'm gonna share with you. I'll share with you. Talking with someone, probably getting to get a press pass and some other stuff going on, and looking forward to seeing you as well as others very very soon. And I can't wait till this that Jizzit blows up over here in New York City, and they open it up. It's bare knuckle.
Yeah,
That's gonna be rocking over
yeah.
here.
I can't wait. I
What?
hope at least. I hope at least one time before I retire, I get to defend my belt in New York.
I would love. To, I would. I
That's
would
what I would
love to.
like to
I would
do.
love to be
I would
there,
love to.
man.
I would love to defend my belt in New York. I've only been there twice in my life.
Front
Um,
row.
it would be awesome to be one of the. Now I've already been a pioneer of the sport, but a pioneer of that state actually legally sanctioning bare knuckle and getting an
And
opportunity to defend my belt there. But the time will come for that. We'll cross that bridge when it gets
yeah,
there.
they look New York with the MMA. At first, it's a political battle. Then they legalized it, and it was like, it was like, really, because it's a lot of BS sometimes, stupidness. But I
I'm
get it.
trying
Like
to get.
I get both like arguments sometimes, but sometimes it's just a lot of bullshit, man. You know what I mean? A
Oh,
lot of
it's
paper,
oh,
and
it's
I'm like,
it,
yeah,
it's
I don't want to hear that
yeah.
because what they talking about, that stupid shit. They
Sometimes it's not even really a matter of anything
legalize
but
it.
whose pockets can get lined the fattest for
Hello,
things. We know
who can
that.
get the most votes, the most constituents, and all this other
We
stuff.
know what it is. We know what the hell that works.
Because
But I don't even play into those feed into those things because
just like
uh,
MMA, look at the money brought in. BKFC, that's like bare knuckle is exploding. A
it's only going to
lot of
continue to
people
grow.
they can
And
interest. So if they don't see
like I
that as,
said to
as
my
one
father,
thing, yeah, because you have the great refs there, and they take a lot of precautions there, but also realize that it's also good for the economy for those people who whatever. I'm not a politician myself, and I don't have any aspirations on being a politician, but it's just not for me. But
I don't deal in politics at all.
Yeah.
I don't. That's my stance. And if anybody feels any kind of way about me saying that, that's just how I feel. I don't deal in politics because politics aren't really for the people; they're for the politicians.
It's always, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
But
man, you go get your rest.
11:30. Yeah, I'm about to go
God
get my
bless
rest,
you.
Rob. Thank you
August,
so
August
much. Hey,
20th,
y'all.
Friday.
August 20th, Friday, August 20th is going down. The biggest bare knuckle card to date, BKFC 20, with yours truly, Reggie, Eaz-e, educated hands. I'm
Educated.
headlining.
So,
Headlining.
are you gonna
Finally.
educate?
Oh, of course. You about to catch
Master
a whole
class.
brand new. Yeah, nah, this ain't even a master class. I can't. They're gonna have to come up with a new word for what I'm finna do when I say out. Trust me, we have a bag full of new tricks, a bag full of old tricks. It's gonna be absolutely fun. The whole entire event is gonna be great. In the meantime, y'all, please check out my website, educatedhands.co. Oh,
There
it's
you
not up
go.
there. I thought it was.
There you
I
go.
thought it was behind me. Is it up
Send it.
there?
There you go.
Boom, 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 boom. Ah,
Send it to me, man, and I'll put it.
follow the journey. I appreciate it. All my sponsors are up there. Make sure y'all look out. I'm having a meet and greet at Val's Bar and Grill on that Wednesday before the fight, and then the Biloxi Hockey Association is going to be right there with me. Biloxi is like a second home to me as far as fighting. Mississippi, the state in itself,
Yeah.
is where I really, really started originally getting into bare knuckle fighting before it was even legal. So it's going to be a great time. Robert, as always, thank you so much for having me on, brother. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Download that BKTV app because you can't be there live because this is not a fight that you're going to want to miss. Am I
No.
scared of Johnny? No. Is it going to be a war? Yes. Am I okay with that? Absolutely. I want to leave like I got in the fight. No point in training my ass off for 8 weeks if I ain't going to feel like I was in the fight. We're going to see how cool Johnny is with it this time.
I can't wait to see. I'll see you down there really, really soon. I'll tell you more info about it.
All right.
And bless you, man, your family, and like I said, man, hopefully this thing comes to New York. But I will be down there at the fights as well. Take care. Bless up. As always, Reggie.
All right, brother. Oh, and my
Take
last
care.
thing is I'm pushing this quote. We are not limited by the manifestations that are created around us. We are only limited by the manifestations that you create in your own mind. Anything you want to do in this world is possible. You just got to be willing to work hard enough, dedicate yourself, and make the sacrifices to get to where you want. And if you don't believe that, watch me work on August 20th. I'm with you.
Yes, right, man.
Brother, I'm going to get some rest. I'm sleepy.
Right, man. Stay up, man. Thank you
Later.
so much, man. All right, and I hope I hope you have an excellent night, my brother. All right, bye.
Yeah, shoot me a message tomorrow and we'll just chop it up, just me and you on some other stuff.
Okay, no problem.
Later, dude.
Tomorrow, man. Listen, my pleasure. Love you, brother. Bye, man.
Love you too, dog. Later.